Can you talk about what was your upbringing like in LA, living in Los Angeles?
It was very diverse. You know, there was a lot of Asian Americans, there was a lot of Mexicans and Caucasians, and it was just a really good group of young kids who sort of had a chance to get to know each other and experience each other's cultures. I have a lot of good friends that are Taiwanese, Chinese, Koreans, Japanese. You know, try to make friends with everybody. I think that mixture of culture is really funny. If you ever get a chance to hang, the other one is Mexican Fidencio, and obviously I'm Chinese Vietnamese, and it's a constant comedic show. We just make fun of each other all the time.
Speaking of taking all those materials and put into films, is that what you did for this short that you produced and written and directed?
Yeah, for Monday, it was there's a lot of inspiration that comes from my sort of upbringing and my interaction with friends, and especially the racial nuances that I think I've gone through being in Los Angeles, interacting with different types of people. And I always make fun of myself, and that sort of opens up the door for people to make fun of me, and then we sort of have this banter, and I try to keep that in the story because I think, you know, it's interesting. I think it's funny.
Can you talk about the making of this film? Because the lead actor, he's Asian American. His name is Kevin.
Kevin David Lin.
Can you talk about the casting process and why did you pick him to play the lead role in your short?
Well, we were really lucky to find Kevin. Actually, I would like to say that he sort of showed up, you know, because there was the casting process was we used Backstage, and we looked for people that had the right look. And we would ask some of the actors to send tapes. And Kevin, ironically, didn't send a tape. He just sort of showed up.
You mentioned earlier that you had like an image or Kevin in mind, but you didn't know what you want your main character to look like until you saw Kevin. But the process of writing the script, did you kind of have like a certain image of certain actors already, but you just...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely, you know, Quan had to look very natural and neutral. You know, he could...
What do you mean by neutral?
Well, he doesn't look like a guy that's going to make a bunch of noodles in the kitchen.
Or study, or getting his PhD, or, you know, or being a doctor or something.
Sure. And he doesn't look like a gangster ninja guy, right? So he doesn't fit the visual stereotype. He fits a very specific. I don't want to use the word neutral again, but he doesn't allow the audience to prejudge him into a stereotype.
The film won first place for the HBO Visionary Awards.
Yeah.
Were you surprised when you heard your name?
Well, thanks to a lot more than just, you know, myself. There was a lot of people that helped this thing become real. You know, the cast, the crew, the actors. All the conversations I had with all my colleagues about the script.
Do you think that you could turn this short into a feature film?
Yeah, sure. But I think the TV series idea is much more fascinating because you could take your time to tell and explain much more, you know, and discover and evolve a lot more with a TV series. There's just so much going on.
The first word that came in mind was Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
A little Breaking Bad. And I don't know, I'm not, you know, like a little flavor of Breaking Bad in this TV show.
Yeah, you could relate this short to many different TV shows. There are themes that we are very familiar with. And that's kind of, that was part of the creative idea behind making this short, was that it wasn't very new, it wasn't very fresh, it's very simple, it's relatable. You've seen these stories before, but the idea is that you haven't seen it this way.
Right. Why did you decide to use the title Monday?
It was poignant, you know, when I was writing the script, it was all these things were happening, all these little moments started building up into this end, and I thought that it was the right word to use to end the film.